I'm here in Berlin and with the directors of the new Disney animation feature, Wish. And when I saw it last week, I was blown away. It reminded me of all these wonderful, classic, hand-drawn Disney animation films. It felt old-fashioned, but in an extremely good way. So how did you achieve that?
Well, first off, thank you, because that was the goal from the beginning, was to do something that felt like of the classic Disney movies, but also fresh and of today. So we looked back to our early features. We looked back to Snow White and Pinocchio for that gorgeous watercolor style of the backgrounds that they did. But yet today we have the CG medium. We have a camera that can move all over the place. So what was great about it is you can now go into those storybook illustrations where you never could before, and now we can move all around them. So you really are immersed in this fairy tale.
Okay. Another thing that I really adore are the songs. They are co-written by Julia Michaels, who is an incredible songwriter and has written a lot of songs for other artists, and I think Issues is what she's most famous for.
Yeah.
What were your reasons to collaborate with her in the first place?
Julia has this perfect combination of being a Disney fan herself, really understanding the Disney classic sound, but like you said, right, bring in this contemporary songwriting experience and be able to bring us something that sounds like all the Disney songs you love, but also has a new take to it, modern twist to it.
And how was the process of creating these songs? What came first, the songs or the scenes?
Well, the story always kind of dictates what it should be, and there's a lot of times that we spot the whole movie trying to figure out what song would go where. We try to get a nice balance of ballads and then up-tempo sort of boppy things. The very first song that was written was This Wish, which is Asha's song when she wishes on the star. And that we had just the bones of the story. We only had like a paragraph or two that we gave Julia, and she was able to write that gorgeous song just on that little bit of information.
Wonderful. You both wrote the story together with Jennifer Lee and Alison Moore. Do you remember the first spark that kind of brought the story to you?
I think that when I really lock into the story is when I understand who Star is to this story. And to me, Star is that intuition, energy within every one of us when we have an idea to do something and have the courage to follow through.
I know from previous interviews that you people at Disney always put a lot of work into research. But how about a film like Wish, which is placed in a fairy tale-like world?
Well, we're inspired by, the real world around us, and so you go back to, we went back to the Middle Ages, and between the 12th and 13th century, sort of where we started to hone in on, and we went back to this region, which is in the Mediterranean, between continents, and so it just became, we kept honing in on this region that helped us then go to experts. And a lot of our research was helped out with experts, cultural experts.
Architectural, fashion, history.
Yeah, everything.
Scientists to understand more about stars. Talk to physicists.
There was no stone unturned.
That's interesting. I urge people to stay until the very end of the film
Yes.
because
Thank
there's
you.
a lovely scene after the credits, which is a nod to Disney's 100th birthday, without giving too much away. At what point did you think, well, I come up with this idea, and whose idea was it?
That was, well, I
It's
guess
been your wish.
It was my wish to have that in there. We never knew where it could be. We always had the desire to put it in somewhere. Without giving too much away, Pinocchio was my favorite film, and I wanted to have a nod to that. So it was a desire, and then it came up last minute. One of our other artists had remembered that, and they said, "Hey, why don't we, this wonderful tag at the end of the movie, why don't we bring back that idea and see if it'll work?" And we're so happy we did.
Wonderful. So please stay until the end.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for the interview. It was lovely to talk to you.
Thank you.
And
You
good
too.
luck with the film.
Thank
you so much.
Thank you
I'm
so
glad
much.
you stayed past the credits too.
Exactly.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.